and welcome to my channel. Before we start, I'm just warning you that this video is not scripted. I did not write notes for this video. This is all just gonna be spewing out of me. Most of the time when I actually do film a video and I sit down and talk to you guys, I do have notes and I am reading off notes so I don't forget anything or I don't get off topic, but I'm not doing that this time. So today I am talking about what college is like. I know it's that time of year when people are going into school again, and that means there's new freshmen in college. Or that, or you're either really thinking about college right now because you're a senior or something. I have finished my freshman year. I am going into my second year of college. I am actually very excited. I have no idea where this video is headed. I am just spewing. So I'm just gonna kind of talk about what I experienced my first year. Most colleges, it seems like, make you live in the dorms your first year, and that's actually a really good experience. You might be dreading it, but that's where I met all of my friends that I still have. I wouldn't have met anyone else if I wasn't living in the dorms. I met one of my best friends there, and his name is Maiden, and he was in one of my videos. I don't know if you guys remember or if you even watched it, but we click pretty well, and we wouldn't have met if my roommate didn't choose that hall to live in. And everyone on my floor was super nice, and everyone was friends, and our half of the hall, we all were in a group chat, and that was crazy. It felt like everyone had each other's backs, and there's always someone you could talk to no matter what, because everyone was going through the same stuff as you. Everyone was having a hard time in their classes, everyone was having problems thinking about the future, everyone was having just a hard time. So there's always someone you could relate to, always someone you could talk to. So that was a really good thing about living in the dorms, and it's also just a very good experience. I'm happy I'm not doing another year, because I am so tired of the shared bathroom situation. But if I had the chance to do it all over again, I would still do my first year in a dorm. The room is small. It's about the size of my room, and of course there's 2 people living in it. Yes, it's hard, but you get used to it. You get used to the small space. You get used to either sleeping on a loft or sleeping on the ground next to another person. My roommate was very, very nice and very sweet. We didn't talk that much compared to some of my friends and their roommates. We were very polite to each other, and there was no arguments the entire time. I know there's horror stories with some roommates in college, but me and my roommate got along really well. Kind of just stayed out of each other's way. We were both very, very shy. I can't speak for her, but I think we both had some kind of social anxiety, and it's hard to talk to people. Some people are surprised, by the way, when I say I have social anxiety, because I do go on YouTube and I make these videos and I'm on Instagram, but it's way different when you're face to face with another person. And like right now, I'm talking to a camera. I'm not talking to all of my subscribers in my head. In my head, I'm talking to a camera. I already feel bad because I know this video is not going to be organized at all. You're just going to hear me spew out a bunch of advice and no organization matter, and it's just going to be clumped into this big mess of a video. Moving on. I'm going to say this now because there's people in my dorm that didn't do this. In dorms, most of the time, not every dorm room, but the average dorm room, you have a shared bathroom. And I'm not talking a shared single bathroom. It's like a public bathroom. There's stalls with toilets in it, and then there's stalls for showers. And some people don't wear flip-flops in those showers, and you need to. You need to wear flip-flops while you shower. That's a thing. People do it. But there's a couple people that didn't, and that's how you get athlete's foot and other stuff. Like if you're moving in and you're getting your supplies, get flip-flops that you can wear in a shower. Okay, so I might as well talk about classes now that I've kind of talked about living stuff. If I forget something, I will mention it later. Basically, it is a very relaxed environment for me. I was very relaxed in all of my classes. It wasn't like high school. It's just, sometimes I have a hard time explaining how it's just not like high school at all. It's better than high school for sure. Some classes have like 200 people in it, some only have 20. It depends on your class, everything's different. All of my professors were really, really cool. High school, it feels like they're just trying to push you out the door and like get you out of there. And then college, it feels like they're actually trying to teach you and make you learn something that can help you. One time, I was late, and I've never been late to a class in my entire life. High school, I was always on time. That just terrifies me, being late. And I saw what happened when people were late in high school. They got called out and they got humiliated in front of everyone. And so I never wanted that to happen to me. And In college, it was like my first or second week of classes, and I was late. I was very late. I was doing math homework, and I got so distracted with my math homework, I missed the first 20 minutes of my class. And it's a 50-minute class. So class is almost halfway done, and I call my dad. I'm like, Dad, I'm like running to my class. Should I even go? Is there any point in going? And I'm like, what if he just calls me out? And so I was terrified, right? But I just walked in the door and sat down, and he didn't even blink an eye. They're honestly just gonna appreciate the fact that you showed up at all, because there's some college students that just don't go to their classes, right? They're gonna appreciate you just coming at all, and as long as you show up and you try, then they will care about you. But it's kind of your education's in your own hands now. No one's in charge of you. I'm not gonna make you come to class, but if you do come to class, I will help you. Luckily, that was my astronomy class, and there was like 200 people in that class, and he didn't even notice. When I went into college, I had no idea what the heck I was going to expect. I didn't have any research up to that point. I had no idea about the college I was going to. I kind of just applied to my favorite college and got in, not really expecting to get in. Don't know why. My grades were great. I just didn't really expect everything to work out. And I had no idea what college was like. I had no idea what classes would be like. I had no idea what dorm life was going to be like until I actually started. So some of you might already know because you've done the research, you've looked up stuff, all of that. But some of you may be like me and don't really think about it until it's already happening. Another tip I have is to socialize. Socialize, socialize, socialize. A key thing in the beginning, especially in the first few weeks, is to socialize as much as possible. It's common in dorms to keep your door open, and people can kind of see in your room, say hi to you. People tend to be very friendly, especially the freshmen. The first week, they're very friendly. Everyone says hi to each other, even if they don't know each other. That kind of goes away at the end of the year because we're all used to each other at that point. We have a lounge in our dorm on every floor, so everyone hang out in the lounge at nighttime, and we'd all just socialize, play games, do whatever. And that's how you make friends. And that's how you decide who you can be friends with, who you can be acquaintances with, and all of that stuff. That's how you learn who's in your dorm with you. Find people with similar interests and all of that. And there's gonna be nights when you don't want to socialize, and that's fine. But make sure you schedule in nights where you can socialize. Because if you don't keep socializing, you're gonna lose people. People are gonna stop trying to talk to you. That's just a whole life thing. Make sure you schedule time to socialize with people. Otherwise, if you don't put the effort in, they're not gonna put the effort in. And there's gonna be nights where you'll need to go crazy. Not like crazy, but like crazy stay up till 8 a.m. drinking G Fuel with your best friend. Crazy. That was one of my best memories in college. That was the first time I've ever pulled an all-nighter, ever. And just a warning, because this happened to me and it happened to, I think, a couple of other people. I didn't really talk about it, but the first week you're in college, you feel like you hate it. I just felt like kind of homesick, and I just questioning whether this was right for me or if this is where I should be. I genuinely wanted to go home, even though I wasn't feeling homesick. I didn't really want to go home and live my whole life at home, but I didn't want to be there. And I felt like I was doing something I shouldn't be doing. But the more I did it, the more comfortable I got, the more I liked it, and the more I realized, like, I like this better than being at home. So if you're feeling that, then maybe try to tough through it, at least for the first week. If you keep feeling that, like, throughout the term or whatever, then maybe college isn't right for you. But if you're feeling that in the beginning, just try to tough through it, and you'll realize if you want to do this or not. It's very easy to get cold feet in college, and especially in the beginning when everything is new and all of this stuff is happening and you have no idea what to do. It feels very intense in the beginning with all of the start programs and all the beginning stuff that they have to prepare you for. It's very intense and very overwhelming. So if you feel overwhelmed, just try to take a breath. That's another thing. You will be overwhelmed multiple times throughout the year. There will be times when the workload that you have for your multiple classes is crazy, and it's okay. It's okay to take a step back and take a breather day, take a you day, take a break from college. If you organize your time and have good time management, then it won't be a big deal if you take one step back and play games all day or watch a movie or whatever when you feel like you have so much to do. Because I did it, and you know what? I made it through college. Mental breaks and mental health is very, very important. Sleep is also very important. Get sleep. Although there's gonna be nights where you're gonna have like 3 hours sleep, but try to get some sleep. most of the time. Another thing is to take freaking notes. Take notes in your class, or try to take as much notes as you can. Sometimes the one day I didn't take notes is when I actually needed that information for a review or something. Be organized, be as organized as you possibly can as a college student, and your life will be a lot easier. I didn't think I was gonna bring my laptop to class, like ever, but I did with some classes. Some classes require it to bring a laptop to class or some kind of device, because they have like an electronic thing that checks if you're there in class and you have to answer questions on your computer for the class. Other than that, you guys, I think this is about all the tips I have right now that I can think of. You know, it wasn't listed. I talked about this. This is not an organized video at all. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you to the end of space and back, and if you have your own college tips, go ahead and leave them in the comments. Let's help everyone. Let's all help each other. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell because I do post every week. I love you. Bye.